In 2005, the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe captivated millions with its magical story and unforgettable characters. The cast brought iconic figures like Lucy, Edmund, Susan, Peter, Mr. Tumnus, and the fearsome White Witch to life. But what happened to these actors after the film's success? Some built major careers in Hollywood, while others took unexpected paths. Today, we'll look back at who they were and discover where they are now, nearly 20 years later. Tilda Swinton was born in England in 1960. With an established film career, she is known for her versatility and for playing eccentric characters. Before the Chronicles of Narnia, she stood out in films such as Young Adam and Constantine. In the film, Swinton brings the White Witch to life. She is the story's villain, who rules Narnia with tyranny and turns her enemies to stone. She manipulates Edmund Pevensey and tries to prevent the prophecy about the four siblings, but Aslan ultimately defeats her in the final battle. After Narnia, Swinton continued her prestigious career, winning the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for Michael Clayton. She went on to star in acclaimed films such as The Grand Budapest Hotel and Suspiria. She also joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe as the Ancient One in Doctor Strange. Her chameleon-like style and commanding presence keep her among Hollywood's most respected actresses. James McAvoy was born in Scotland in 1979. His career began in the 1990s with roles in British TV series, but he gained recognition with The Last King of Scotland. In the Chronicles of Narnia, McAvoy played Mr. Tumnus, the faun who discovers Lucy Pevensey and welcomes her into his home. Though he initially serves the White Witch, he regrets his actions and protects Lucy, eventually being captured by the villain's minions. He is later freed after the witch's defeat. After Narnia, McAvoy established himself as one of the leading actors of his generation. He starred in hits such as Wanted and X-Men, First Class, where he portrayed a young Professor Xavier, a role he reprised in multiple sequels of the franchise. He also impressed audiences in Split and Glass, where he played a character with multiple personalities. William Moseley was born in England in 1987. From a young age, he was interested in acting, attending auditions since he was 11. His big break came when he was cast as Peter Pevensey in the Chronicles of Narnia. In the film, Peter is the eldest of the Pevensey siblings and leads the battle against the White Witch. After their victory, he becomes High King Peter the Magnificent, ruling Narnia alongside his siblings. Moseley reprised his role in the sequel Prince Caspian and made a brief appearance in The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. After the franchise ended, he continued acting, starring in films such as Run, The Silent Mountain, and Carrie Pilby. His most notable role after Narnia was as Prince Liam in the series The Royals, which brought him significant recognition. Georgie Henley was born in England in 1995. Before the Chronicles of Narnia, she had never acted professionally. Her debut as Lucy Pevensey captivated audiences and critics, making her one of the franchise's most memorable faces. In the film, Lucy is the first to discover Narnia and befriends Mr. Tumnus. She is the purest and most courageous of the siblings, playing a crucial role in the battle against the White Witch. After the victory, she becomes Queen Lucy the Valiant. Georgie reprised her role in Prince Caspian and The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, growing alongside her character. After Narnia, she decided to focus on her studies and earned a degree in English literature from the University of Cambridge. She later returned to acting in TV series such as The Diplomat and The Spanish Princess. In addition to acting, Henley has also ventured into directing and screenwriting. Anna Popplewell was born in England in 1988. She showed a talent for acting from a young age and made her film debut in Mansfield Park. She then starred in The Little Vampire and Girl with a Pearl Earring. Her worldwide fame came when she played Susan Pevensey in the Chronicles of Narnia. In the film, Susan is the most rational and skeptical of the siblings, but she becomes a skilled warrior and is crowned Queen Susan the Gentle. Anna reprised her role in Prince Caspian, though her character had a smaller presence in the franchise, making only a brief appearance in The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. After Narnia, she decided to focus on her studies and earned a degree in English literature from the University of Oxford. She later returned to acting, gaining recognition as Lady Lola in the series Reign. She also appeared in independent films such as The Last Birthday and The Nun 2. Skandar Keynes was born in London, England, in 1991. Before the Chronicles of Narnia, his acting experience was limited to small TV appearances. In Narnia, he played Edmund Pevensie, the stubborn brother who initially betrays his family by siding with the White Witch. However, throughout his journey, he learns about loyalty and redemption, becoming one of the most valiant warriors in the battle against tyranny. In the end, he is crowned King Edmund the Just. Skandar reprised his role in Prince Caspian and The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Despite the franchise's success, he chose not to pursue an acting career. He graduated in Arabic and Islamic studies from the University of Cambridge and worked as a political advisor in the British Parliament. Unlike his co-stars, he rarely appears in the media and maintains a private life away from the spotlight. Jim Broadbent was born in Lincolnshire, England, in 1949. With an extensive career in film, theater, and television, he was already a well-established actor before the Chronicles of Narnia. In the film, he played Professor Diggory Kirke, the house owner where the Pevensie siblings take refuge during World War II. He is a wise and mysterious man who believes Lucy's story about Narnia, suggesting that he already knows about the magical world. Before Narnia, Broadbent won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Iris and appeared in films such as Moulin Rouge and Bridget Jones's Diary. After Narnia, he continued his successful career, starring in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince as Horace Slughorn and Game of Thrones as Archmaester Ebrose. He remains active in the industry, being one of the most respected British actors. James Cosmo was born in Scotland in 1947. With an extensive career in film and television, he had already appeared in major films like Braveheart and Troy before the Chronicles of Narnia. In the film, Cosmo plays Father Christmas. He appears to the Pevensie siblings and gives them magical weapons and items to aid them in the battle against the White Witch. His presence symbolizes the return of hope to Narnia. After Narnia, Cosmo portrayed Jeor Mormont in Game of Thrones, further solidifying his image as a fatherly figure in fantasy worlds. In 2017, he participated in the reality show Celebrity Big Brother, where he was a finalist. He continues to act in films and TV series, remaining one of the most respected supporting actors in cinema. Liam Neeson was born in Northern Ireland in 1952. Before becoming one of Hollywood's most recognized actors, he worked in theater and had small roles in films. His rise to fame came in the 1990s when he starred in Schindler's List, which earned him an Academy Award nomination. In the Chronicles of Narnia, Neeson lent his powerful voice to Aslan, the great lion who guides the Pevensie siblings and represents hope and redemption in Narnia. He reprised the role in the sequels Prince Caspian and The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. After Narnia, Neeson reinvented himself as an action star with the Taken franchise. He also starred in films like Unknown, The Commuter, and Marlowe. In the geek universe, he became famous as Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, a role he later returned to in special appearances throughout the saga. Kiran Shah was born in Nairobi, Kenya in 1956. Of Indian descent, he moved to the United Kingdom at a young age and became a renowned stuntman and actor specializing in portraying fantastical characters. He worked on several iconic productions, including Star Wars: Return of the Jedi and The Lord of the Rings, where he was Elijah Wood's, Frodo's, stunt double. In the Chronicles of Narnia, he played Gnarbrick, the White Witch's dwarf servant. Cruel and fiercely loyal to his mistress, He takes part in capturing Edmund Pevensey and assists in the war against Aslan, but ultimately dies in the final battle. After Narnia, Shah continued acting and working as a stunt performer in major productions. He appeared in The Hobbit and Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Beyond film, he has also been involved in fantasy and science fiction conventions and events. Elizabeth Hawthorne was born in New Zealand in 1947. Before the Chronicles of Narnia, Hawthorne had already appeared in various productions, including TV series like Xena Warrior Princess and Hercules: The Legendary Journeys. In Narnia, she played Mrs. Macready, the strict and stern housekeeper of Professor Kirk's estate. She tried to keep the Pevensey siblings out of trouble, but did not believe their stories about Narnia. After Narnia, Elizabeth Hawthorne appeared in productions such as Legend of the Seeker and The Light Between Oceans. She continues acting in films and TV series, primarily in New Zealand. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more amazing content, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us continue creating fantastic videos like this one. Thanks again, and see you next time.